The air is buzzing with the energy of sports, competition, and camaraderie at the inception of another season of football. Activities like football and other sports do so much for those participating in the games and those working behind the scenes.
Which is exactly why Special Olympics Maryland Lower Shore works so hard to allow those with intellectual disabilities to enjoy fun and engaging programs in the area. And it's also why teaming up with Salisbury University football makes so much sense. So joining us to shed some light on this collaboration is Robert Freeman. He is a Lower Shore Special Olympics coach. Welcome to DelmarvaLife, Robert. So nice to see you.
I appreciate the opportunity.
All right, so before we get to this collaboration, give us, I guess, a snapshot of what you do.
What I do, I help with fundraising, which is one of my fortes just because in my job or former job as a pharmacist, I met a lot of people, and I was able to make contacts with people, business people, politicians and whatnot, so I'm a good fit for that. Also, I coach a few sports for Lower Shore Special Olympics. I am the alpine ski coach. I also help coach bowling and also soccer.
Oh, wow. You love this, don't you?
What's that?
You love this a lot, what you're doing.
So, I love coaching skiing.
Special Olympics Maryland Lower Shore. How has it grown?
It's growing slowly. It's growing quicker now. They're Special Olympics Maryland and Lower Shore is partnering with local agencies such as Parks and Rec. There are also some interagency places that deal with people with disabilities. We're working with them to provide opportunities and competitions. And we're also doing our own competitions here and participating in tournaments. And we actually have a big one coming up for those who are not aware. The State of Maryland soccer games are actually right here at Crown, October 29th. That's a big one. It's not just Lower Shore. It's for the whole state of Maryland.
Wow.
Crown, October 29th at 10 a.m.
All right. Wow, that's interesting. Okay, so you alpine skiing, bowling, soccer. What are some of the other
Some of the other sports, they offer softball, kayaking, bowling, I mentioned as well. And we're looking to add a few other things, possibly bocce, swimming. We just had two coaches join us who are really good, Bambi and Susan. And that's coming up. It was more of a training for future summer games. So as we get more people, we're able to field a team, and also as we get more volunteers, more coaches, we can add more events. We're starting to get the funding, so this is good.
I was just going to ask, where does that come from?
Funding comes from state and local grants as well as donations from people like the viewers that we have. Businesses, there's a lot of civic-minded businesses making donations to support us. And like you mentioned, we're partnering with Salisbury Football to do a big fundraiser coming up.
Yeah, tell us about the Salisbury football.
So the Salisbury football fundraiser is going to be on October 7th, their second home game. I really got to thank Salisbury football, the athletic director, and Coach Sherman Wood, great guy to work with. We are going to have tables set up in the concession area during the game where people can bid on items, a silent auction type of thing. Hopefully we get a lot of foot traffic out there, we'll get a lot of bids. We've got rounds of golf for 4 from several different golf courses, including some in Ocean City, gift cards for local restaurants. Some people have donated handmade items. We actually have 2 politicians that are going to donate lunch and tours. One's going to be a tour of the State House, a private tour. So, and if anybody else out there wants to donate something, you can reach out to me at robfree@verizon.net.
We'll be sure to have that on the website.
Yeah.
You really enjoy this.
I do.
Why?
And you know, a lot of these kids are, actually a lot of them aren't kids, adults, they don't have the opportunity to do things and participate the way that others do. And when they get a chance to, it's, you know, you can see the smiles on their faces and they're just so happy that people take the time to teach them and help them learn a new sport, and they get to participate with peers. You know, it's not a high pressure, they're on their level. Yes, there's competition, yes, they're competing for medals, but really, in my mind, the most important thing is that they learn, they improve, and they get to participate and have fun with peers.
They enjoy it.
It's wonderful.
So,
yeah.
You know, one of the things I really like is, you know, sometimes when you get people to a certain level, and we have different levels of disabilities participating, With skiing that I teach, whether an athlete gets a medal or not, if they get to the point where they can go down that chairlift, get off the lift, go down, ski around down the bottom, maneuver around the people at the bottom, get on the chairlift, they look just like everybody else. They look just like everybody else, except they have a bigger smile. Because they're doing something that a lot of people can't do, and they really do look like everybody else on that slope.
All right, real quickly, the Salisbury University Football Fundraiser is October 2nd. The times again?
October 7th.
7th, excuse me.
Right, 7th. The gates open at noon. The game starts at 1. And again, we'll have concessions out. We'll have tables out in the concession area, items to bid on. If you want to make a donation, you're welcome to do that there as well. And we're also going to have sign-ups. If you have an athlete or a potential athlete, or you want to sign up to coach or volunteer, you can do that as well. If you're thinking about volunteering to coach and you're nervous about it, look, you don't have to be a high school or college softball or baseball
ask some
player.
questions, right?
Yeah. Just ask questions. You don't have to be a pro or college athlete.
There you go.
You have to be patient, smile, and give support and teach a little bit. And that's all it is. And it is fun. It's a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, and thank you for all you do.
Thank you for having me.